Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. So another special day for me. We are going to finish the max luck of Kushinada Zero. And then the last time I finished an impossible max luck was New Year's Eve, so it's been a little while. But yeah, this one took 5 months in all, and that's actually the quickest I've ever made an impossible max luck. Before then it was 6 months for like Marishten or people like that. So yeah, I'm very happy to have this guy. And I would say of all of the Zero monsters, Kushinada Zero is the most interesting to me. We'll talk about why. And I have done a monster review of Kushinada Zero after she was first released, but I'm doing another one here just to mark the completion of the max luck, and then also to talk about her kind of more in depth, since I've played with her more since she came out, and I understand her a little bit better. But anyway, let's move ahead and let's fuse this. Of course, Mega Fusion. Alrighty. And max luck, yay. Okay. And yeah, I do like the character of Kushinada. Especially after she appeared in the anime. I thought that was very cool. And then sort of drawing her as the sacrificial princess, which is an idea that I like from playing the Fatal Frame games on the PlayStation. Yeah, really like her. Okay, but anyway, let's have a look at her stats and abilities. So she is a power type. Attack is very high. She does have a gauge, so that even gets a little bit higher. She's got very good hit points, almost tank status HP. And speed is slow. It is a little bit slower, I think slower by 10 or so than like Yamato Takeru or one other guy, I forget. But a little bit on the slow side, but you know, she is a power type. And then abilities, she has a null gravity barrier, passive in her, so she moves around easily for command strike shots, which makes her a good partner with her regular Kushinada self, actually. And then she's got no block on the gauge, and that's kind of one of the main reasons why I'm so interested in this Kushinada Zero, is because she has no block. Recently, that's been one of my favorite powers, and it's fun to play. Because when you play with a null block character, you're actually missing the gauge about half the time, so that you can make the best use of blocks. And then, yeah, just like a few other impossible monsters, she has the double Slayer. Deity Slayer is great. We all know how many deity bosses there are. And that's also passive, so that will go into her bump combo. And then on the gauge, she has a Paladin Slayer, which there are not a lot of. Notable ones are Yamato Takeru, for which she is one of the best. Another one is Daikokuten, which she can't really go to. And then also the knight guys, kind of the regular enemy knights that are pretty big, like they take up a quarter of the screen. And then, let's see, Strike Shot next. This is kind of a reverse plasma. When she activates her Strike Shot, her speed goes up. And then whomever she touches, she draws a line of plasma between them. And then Kushinada Zero continues to move around, and then the plasma damages whoever is in the middle there. This is a little bit difficult to use, in my experience. The best time that I have found to use it is when the boss is kind of in the center of the screen, and there's a lot of empty space around it, so that you can, you know, easily hit your guys and then kind of circle around the boss, and then get lots of plasma in there. And then one additional benefit of the plasma is that the character that she touches, if that character has a Slayer, that Slayer will activate in the plasma. So that can be an interesting point to think of as you put your team together. And then finally, the bump combo, it's a new bump combo. It's the Trident Laser, and that's a 3-way laser, but this is the lock-on version. And she is a power type, so it's a little bit less powerful than the standard Trident Laser. But still, it's plenty powerful, I found. Especially when she's very close to the target. Yeah, if you can get her close, all 3 lasers go into there, so that's triple the damage here. and then a triple again because all laser bump combos shoot out 3, except for the dunk laser. Alrighty, and she's been one of my favorites actually recently for the Dragon Gem quests. At the moment, Yamato Takeru and then Kushinada Zero, those are my 2 favorite max looks to use in the Dragon Gem quests. Just because those lasers do so much damage and they're so quick to beat the mission for you. So yeah, I kind of consider her on that level, the wood, no gravity barrier version of Yamato Takeru. If I had to compare the 2, I would say Yamato Takeru is the better of the 2, but Kushinada Zero is close. And then as for quests that she is good for, she's kind of tailor-made for Yamato Takeru. And then I'll do a video of her in that quest later, the next time that shows up. She'll also be good for Tsukuyomi Zero, where you want null gravity barrier and null block. And then you could take her to Tsukuyomi, gravity barriers, and then the boss is a deity, so you can get extra damage in there. You probably would want to bring a speed up character to use with her, since her speed is low. But I think you're going to be bringing one anyway, so she can be a good one for there. I might do a video about that as well. And yeah, there are laser barriers in that quest, but if you position Kushinada within the laser barrier and then hit her, the lasers will still do some damage, so I'll try to show that off as well. And let's see, it also looks like she is good for some floors of the tower. 22, 27, 35. Yeah, 35 makes sense since there are blocks in there. And then 38. That's one of the more difficult floors of the tower, so that's very useful. Okay, I think that'll do it for the talk. And then let's go ahead and look at which max lux she obsoletes. So there are the green max lux. We'll do null gravity barrier. Okay, so one of those is the Snowman max lux that came out recently. He's really good. Good stats, fun bump combo. But I'm not going to be using him anymore. And then also Nick, who came out, I guess the last 2 Christmas events. He was really great for me, especially in the beginning as I was trying to make the max look of Yamato Takeru, but I'll be putting him away. There's also a Basilisk, but I might hang on to him because he has the Blast Bomb combo. That's always helpful. Tengu, another null gravity, but I'll hang on to him as well because he's got the flight. And then there's also a PCG3 Evolution, but I fused him into my Ascension, so I'm not going to need him anymore anyway. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about those. And then the team that I used to make this max look, it was pretty much the same from beginning to end. I used, where is he? I used a Rakshasa Evolution as a max luck. He was pretty great. And I also used Marishten here. And he is great because he has the double null ability. So you can address both of the gimmicks, the mines and the warps. He has Recovery S, and then HP is kind of difficult to keep up in that mission, so that's nice to have. There are kind of 2 strikes against him. One is that he is a deity, and then as we just saw, Kushinada Zero has Deity Slayer. And then he's also a bounce, so that can make him difficult to use in some places. But if you learn the stage really well and then get Marishi's positioning right, then he's very, very useful. Bump combo does good damage, and then his strike shot is pretty easy to use as well. And then the 2 Hatcher monsters that I used Ruby, not this one. Yeah, here's the evolution version, Pierce, Minesweeper, No Warp, so pretty much perfect for that mission. And then I also used Rinsu, of course, Pierce, No Warp, and then Etherean Slayer L, which really works on those gem things in the mission. And I used pretty much that team throughout the whole max luck process from beginning to end. So yeah, think that will do it for my max look talk about Kushinada Zero. And yeah, she's going to see a lot of use from now on. And yeah, you can look forward to that. Alright, thanks for watching, we'll see you again. Take care.